So you'll notice I put good start on this slide here. So this is a set of notes that was sent home with my son a few weeks ago. We were doing homework and I was so excited. I was like, yay, we have worked examples. So now we can put the worked examples on the table next to the homework sheet, and that will allow me to say, okay, does this question on the homework sheet look like any of these worked examples on our paper here? Which one does it look like? What step can we start with? So helping him practice the process, not just giving him the answer that he's looking for, because that's what he wants, just the answer, but making sure that he knows how to work with the worked example to trigger what the step is that needs to start, then next, then finish, and so on. But as we were working through this, we discovered that there was a little bit of misinformation or missing information in the first worked example. It says multiply the percent times the number. But then in the worked example part, it has changed that percentage to a decimal point, but it doesn't say that in the notes. So he was multiplying 26 times 50 and not getting the correct answer. And we discovered it's because he's supposed to first change that percent to a decimal. So that was one reason why the paper got good start, because it's really great to have that worked example, but we need to make sure it has every step, every time. If you say it, write it. If you write it, say it. And then going forward, I remembered as a math teacher, there's another way that we can find the correct answer, and we can use a formula that maybe he would remember more easily, not having to change that percent to a decimal. We can use the formula as shown on the paper here, and then we could talk about, how to use that formula to get the answer. Plus, that formula that you see on the paper helps with the many different ways that the question can be given. So we have to remember one formula, or we have one cue card, so to say, that we could put on the worked examples paper to trigger what's going to happen, but it works for 3 different types of questions. So again, trying to reduce that cognitive load for your student. So with the goal in mind of reducing cognitive load, 3 areas are gonna work together. The way that you give your instruction, how you allow students to practice the material, whether it's in the classroom or at home or both, and how you provide help. Is your classroom set up for small groups, people working on their own? Do you have share pair partner set up? Just thinking about how we give the material, what we allow the students to do when they're practicing the material, and how does that help them? You're not giving them the answer. You're just helping them to remember a process that you practiced and how they can then use it themselves to get to the answer.